Hello guys. Oh, we're starting immediately. Pokemon Horizon episode 112. We're starting immediately with a Mega Evolution. I do think the next 3 episodes are part of like an arc. And then is it that hiatus then again? I think so. I think there's gonna be 3 episodes, a 1 week hiatus, and then it starts again. Yes, because all you need to do is just press your little armband. I kind of wish they had a little bit more, what's called, variety to it. Like Roy can have the armband because he's the main character. Then maybe, kind of like, Cynthia, she had it in her lipstick. Maxie has it in his glasses, which I think is probably the coolest. It's just like that. Okay, there we go. 1 minute of Mega Evolution transformation. But at least we're getting some training right here. Oh, okay, that's it. So it's kind of like, what was the point in showing the Mega Evolution transformation? Just show them already Mega in the middle of the battle. Instead of what we just did. We saw the Mega transformation, one attack, and it's over. Of course it matters. So the league is kind of like, oh, I don't... There we go. Yeah, they never asked. That freed. Okay, so that is what this 3 episodes is gonna be about. It's gonna be about Roy in... He was in Kalos, right? So this is a little bit, yeah. So I assume this right here is basically what we're gonna get for Legend ZA. Of Roy. 3 episodes. Little bout. So that could be cool. Okay. I hope all 3 episodes are Roy centric actually. Of him just in Lumio City. I hope. Okay, we're here. Back. Let's hope things goes well now. Because I didn't even notice that Unot is here. Picking up trash. Or maybe he's just picking up cans. Maybe for like recycling. There you go. Some aluminium. Nice toss, Sableye. I don't know, Lumio's city doesn't really seem like the city that's very easy to get stuck in actually because of the layout. Everything is pretty straight. Kawaii! Miare. There we go, there's the kawaii. Not as cute as you two. Alright. Well, hopefully we see those two again, and her pants. The prison tower. I do wonder if, the whole thing about, the CA tournament or whatever, I wonder if that is gonna be what this is about. Alright, so he's from Kalos, I guess. Which makes sense, Okay. Is this now when he's gonna first see the mega... Oh yeah, the fact that it's called Sir Knight in Japanese. I think that's a terrible name for Gardevoir. Sir Knight. Obviously, Gallade didn't exist when they gave Gardevoir the name Sir Knight, but even without Gallade, I think Sir Knight is a horrific name. So the English name is 1,000 times better. There we go. 2 great megas. Okay. Like just go for Hyper Beam. I'm rooting for Gardevoir. Well, who asked you? Fuck off. Ah. So he has a bit of like sour grapes because we don't see a mega bracelet on him. You're like, okay. Yeah, good job, Roy. He's like, okay. Fuck you. Oh, poor slow bro. Okay, there we go. That was incredible. Oh, I thought that was the night guy from Gen 6. I guess this guy is selling fake Megastones. He's like, wait, I thought you didn't care about Mega Evolutions, huh? Yeah. Or maybe he actually does care. Oh, not care. Actually, those are real Megastones. Because have we ever seen marbles? You know, like actual marbles in the Pokemon universe before? Or just all of them are just Megastones? Because obviously that's what Megastones are based off. Just glass marbles. Okay. Mayonnaise. No, no. Hmm. I believe he's not a hack. A hack fraud. Like, don't eat it. Like, oh, there's a Megastone. Wait, is that a Pikachu Megastone? Because obviously we do know that, well, it's Raichu that is getting 2 Mega Evolutions. Um, and one of them looks like a Pikachu, and then one is the Raichu. Like, I'll take you both in as my pupils. Or my squires. Wilstrom. That's the name of who I thought this guy was at, like when we just saw a little bit of the armor first. Like everyone likes sweets. the bond between a trainer and its Pokemon. Or their Pokemon. I don't know if Tyranitar is the best example. You know, because of the pain and suffering that happens to Tyranitar as it splits. Like Laylee breaking its jaw. Even though I guess in this, it is more along the lines of that Mega Evolution. It's not like in Gen 7, even though I do like that lore of that a lot of the Mega Evolutions is just too much power, and that's why it can't contain it. That's why it's not an actual evolution. And it does, like, has its negatives to the Pokemon. Like, I still want to learn about like maybe not Etchigator, but Skelligurge maybe. Yes. Yes, they are. Maybe we'll even see a Mega Flygon someday. Okay, so it makes sense now why both of them have basically the same Mega Trinket. They received it from this guy. And he just picked it up. Just do a little bit of a little fire spit at him. Ah, no, that's an Everstone. It's gonna prevent you from evolving. Okay. I'm quite invested in this episode actually. I think this is an episode we really need. Even though I hate Ult, this might, endear him a bit more. I think this is better for Roy, to show how Roy turned into the Roy we now know after the time skip. What is the Yellow Blast? Hmm. So it's just some wild Pokemon, maybe. That is. I wonder what is he supposed to look like? Obviously, his outfit is inspired by something. You can see that he has like a yukata or something underneath, like the armor, and then he has, those wings that are a little bit, almost like a. I don't know, it reminds me a little bit of um Hackmo. No, what is the last Como? I don't know, I'm getting like Como vibes. Maybe not now when I look at it's just it's round, so that thing makes me think of Como or a gi. Is that what those things are called? The what he has underneath? Not a yukata, but like a gi or something. And it cleans up the city. Oh, that just looks like a... Is that a gem or is that just a piece of glass? Then prove it. Okay. Just an ominous alleyway. So I wonder, oh, well, I don't think it's a hunch crow, just because we saw some Merc right there. I do wonder what is it gonna be? Obviously, it's gonna be a Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, right? And it's yellow. Is it going to be Ampharos? That's my prediction. Because I'm getting a little bit of like Johto vibes. Well then, let's start from the right side then. Like, yeah, he's annoying, huh? Let's hope he goes the wrong way. Yeah, there we go. Fuck you, ult. Actually, right now I'm getting a little bit of like the trick house from Hoenn. So is it like Mega Manectric actually? Yeah, it could be a Mega Manectric actually. Electric Manectric. That is what it's called, right? Oh god. Because I'm thinking of yellow megas, and those two are like the only ones that pop into my mind. Obviously, Beedrill, but I don't think it's gonna be Beedrill or anything. I think in my mind it's gonna be like an electric type. Is what I'm thinking. He's like, don't do it. Okay. Startling. It obviously is inspired by the Trick House. Like, oh, this is a employee back, like an employee door. Revolving door, there we go. That's what those things are called. No, not really. He noticed that there was something wrong with it, so not luck, perception. Okay, a little bit of like a montage right there to show us that they have walked for a long time up and down. So they're now gonna find the actual guy that sold them, not sold them, that's teaching them about the stones, and then he's gonna have like a Manectric or an Ampharos. I don't know why I'm so stuck in the fact that it has to be an electric type. Probably just because it was called Yellow Blast. I think the yellow is actually more, well, not just because the Pokemon is probably yellow, but I think it also is kind of pushing towards that it might be an electric type. Even though, judging by while we're looking, you kind of feel like dojo vibes, so you might think of a fighting type. Of course, I'm retarded. Of course, it has to be Mega Lucario. The shiny one. It is yellow. And obviously Roy has to find him to be able to get a Pokemon that can Mega. I'm stupid. Of course, this is how it has to be this way. Okay. I completely forgot about. Oh yeah, there's a shiny Lucario. Because I'm kind of like, you know what, Lucario is so fucking boring right now. Because it's been overused so much. Like, oh man. So I assumed that was Metal Claw, because if it used a fighting type move, Yamirami wouldn't be affected. There we go. Nice. Boost up our speed. Yeah, but Sally didn't get a hit in. Oh, knocked out. That is what I expected. I expected them to run into, let's say, Ampharos, lose, and then he would get the Mega Lucario, and they would go there and then Mega Evolve and win. That is what I expected. That's also why I didn't think about Mega Lucario. I did not think we would see Mega Lucario in this episode. I was expecting it probably 113 is when they catch Mega Lucario, and then 114 is where they defeat the Pokemon. But no. So it seems like 130 is gonna be like them training up, and then 114 is when he actually catches Lucario. So we're not really gonna get like the full year or so of him in Lumiose. Yeah, but oh well. I mean, it was a good episode, and I like what we're seeing right here. I guess this is some like painted storyboard. Some painted storyboarding, I guess. But did we not did we see that scene? Because the girl right there who served them was very cute. But I didn't notice her in the episode. And I tend to notice cute women. And I mean, I like that outro. That's probably one of the better outros. Oh, okay. Because we're gonna see her next time. Okay, she looks cute. So that's why I didn't notice her this episode, because she's not in this episode. She's gonna be in the next one. This episode was good. I liked it. Alright, I'm gonna be reading comments as well, but now I'm thinking like this episode. Man, the fact that I did not think about the shiny Lucario, that is the actual Pokemon, kind of like maybe go like, because I was so certain in my mind that it was gonna be a Pokemon that the guy owns. The guy who's teaching them about Megas. I thought, okay, he's gonna have a Mega Pokemon that he's teaching them, because in the Mayo Quarter, he's Sir Mayonnaise. Unless it's gonna be that's. I hope that Lucario is not his Lucario. Then Roy kind of like gets it from him. I hope that's not the case. Maybe he's trying to do stuff to get his dojo back. Like Lucario is taking over that place, and that's why it looks a bit overgrown and stuff. And he's trying to get people to chase off that Lucario so that he can go back to his place. Maybe that is what happened. But the episode right now, I'm feeling like a 7 out of 9. I don't know if I feel like an 8. Maybe if we had more of these two girls right here, you know, I would consider it an 8, like a 9 out of 9. But no, I think it's a 7 out of 9. So some comments from episode 111. First comment by Duplin. Sorry, but Ult isn't going anywhere. I'm afraid that he's now the deuteragonist after Roy and Liko has been relegated. And I answered that like, no! Yeah, that's what I feel like. Even though in this episode, weirdly enough, back in the past, Ult wasn't as annoying so far. It's just sad that he doesn't seem to have gotten like a lot of character development from this to after the time skip, and how he is now. It seems like maybe he has regressed, or maybe how he used to be. Maybe he got too overconfident. Who knows? And maybe it's because you're not. He can't like abuse Liko because Liko's not there. Maybe that's why. But yeah, no. I mean, Roy was really good in this episode. I think Ult was passable, but Roy really good. But then again, I think Roy has been great after the time skip. So seeing him in this is cool. Like his pre-time skip, but still better than he was. Shireen. Let's do some comments from you. Spinel will be stopped. Probably. But I don't know, like I want Spinel to get some good battles in, because I really like Spinel. Even though I know... I don't know, like, do you like Spinel, Shireen? Or are you more along the lines like, you don't like him, but you like him as a villain? I really like Spinel as a villain. I think he's one of the best Pokemon villains we've ever had. Let's see. Another comment by Shireen. Glaylist self-destruct move. And then Chinchino is Cincino. There we go. I think I said Chinchino, but it actually is Cincino. Yeah, it's Cincino. What is the pre-evolution called then? Because Cincino is the evolved form. And then Minchino, I think, might be the pre-evo, right? Mysticins is the nickname that I call Amethio. Alright. I mean, that's a cute nickname. I probably won't use it, but it's cute. By Shireen Purple Coin. Do you know that Spinel did kill... Wait, do you know what? Wait, okay, let's see. Do you know what Spinel did? He killed Amethio's mom, Maria, and he needs to be imprisoned. I don't know about that. I do not think Spinel killed Amethio's mom. I think it's probably going to be that it was an accident. I don't think there are any hints or anything that Spinel is involved in the death of Amethio's mom. I mean, Spinel would have been a child as well when that happened, so... And I doubt Spinel was, when he was a child, he was in the same circles as the Amethio family. I don't think so. Hunter HQ. I do have some points I have to make if I meet the riders. 1. How can Zygarde let things get this badly? Wait, let me put there so I don't have to... How can Zygarde let things get this badly for the whole year and not do anything till now? Especially not at 100% form. 2. The good guys couldn't have just thrown Pokeballs to rescue the heroes while they were weak. And 3. By now, wish they had fully evolved or caught more Pokemon to even the odds more. I do wonder what the writers are thinking at this point. When it comes to the Pokemon, like, let's start from point 3. I don't know. Because of the fact that they are already not using, like, all of their Pokemon a lot. Like, for example, Roy. He's barely using his Kilowatt roll. You know? Like, obviously in this episode, he's using his Lucario and his Edgegator a lot. But he's barely using his Kilowatt roll. So I would not want Roy to have more Pokemon that he can abuse the same way he does to Kilowatt roll. So I don't think so. And kind of like similar with Liko. I mean, Liko did really recently enough finally get Terapagos. I would like to see her use, like her Hatram and Terapagos more in battles before I want her to get more Pokemon. Now, for example, all of our protagonists have 3 Pokemon each now. So together they have a team of 9. And most of the trainers they go up against don't have 9 Pokemon. I think the reason you feel like they don't have enough Pokemon is because they're not using their other Pokemon. They're only using their starters, and in the case of Roy, his Lucario as well. Like, they're basically only using 4 out of their 9 Pokemon. I think that's why it feels that way. So, at this point in time, I feel like I would rather see them use more of the Pokemon they already have before they accumulate more Pokemon. By Kushala SD. One thing I hate about Horizons is that they don't go to story deeply, sad face. Many events would have happened in the background itself. They won't show in anime. Kushala, I do not know what you mean by that. Yeah, I don't know how to respond to that because I don't really know what you mean. So if you know, like, if you want to elaborate a bit on that, leave a comment in this episode because I don't really know what you mean. Because I think, like, they've done a decent amount. Obviously, there are things I want them to go deeper in, and now we're also getting more right now. With what Roy has done in Lumiose. King Anthony 5885 at 1156. Really, dude? And then at the 1929. Why? And I do not know. So let me listen to what are you talking about? So this is 1156? Okay. So I assume both of them are like of me blaming everything on Alt. I'm gonna keep doing it. Everything goes wrong, it's Alt's fault. Chemical Master 3267. Purple Coin, I'm happy that you mentioned me in the last episode. Thank you, Purple Coin. And thank you for watching and commenting. And YouTube has given me 3 options that I can answer. No problem, you bet, anytime. Let's do no problem. No problem. Anytime, there we go. Kyoke. I knight you as the number 1 hater of alts. And I will accept that burden. Let's see, same Kyoke also said, actually, what he was given was a Zygarde cell, not a core. And it seems he has been able to get 10% from Zygarde. Also, now when I think about it, would you guys like when I do these after episode comments readings from the previous episode? Would you like me to kind of like show the comments? I might try that next time. Instead of me just reading like this. Would you like me to show the comments? Because right now there have been like 29 comments from the last time. So I'm not going to be able to get through all of them. But yeah. But anyways, let's go back to the comment by Ekioke. Actually, what he was given was a Zygarde cell, not a core. And it seems he has been only able to get 10% form of Zygarde. And that is probably talking about, obviously, it has to be talking about Amethyos. Yeah. So was he only given a cell, not the core? Wasn't he like that little cube thing? Wasn't he given that? Because those are the cores, right? Well, if he was only given a cell, then he was only given a cell. Spinel by Shireen. Spinel is a criminal, aka villain, also enemy, traitor, cheater, and killer. I don't know if he's a killer, but do not do it, Spinel. Go all the way. I want an absolute, I love Spinel. And obviously he does have to be defeated in the end. I want Spinel to be the last villain. And then Shireen, purple coin, don't side with the enemy Spinel. He needs to be imprisoned for his crimes. I do think he needs to be imprisoned. But man, I'm gonna side with Spinel. Even though at the end, obviously Liko, I think Liko and Amethyos have to come together and defeat Spinel. It's kind of like what I feel has to happen. The ones who have to defeat Spinel have to be a combination of Liko and Amethyos. I hope that's what they do. Hope that's how it ends up being like. Thank you guys for watching, commenting, and goodbye.